So I saw the third season of Demon Slayer, or also known as Demon Slayer to the Swordsmith Village, which we see Tanjiro is also going to be in it with her sister Nezuko, which we not only get one Hashira, but we only get two. The Love Hajiba and the Miss Hajiba, except for Zenitsu and Inosuke, which we actually get to see more of what's going to happen next. So here is the first episode of season 3. So the first episode begins with a meeting which takes place after the events of the Entertainment District arc, where we see Tanjiro and the group have actually got injuries from Daki and Kyotaru, where we knew how Master Kaya have actually is happy to hear about the upper rank being killed. But we knew how everyone is actually heard what's actually happened. So the meeting of the of the upper ranks have actually meet, knowing how we see Akasa actually head over there along with the others, which we see Chiyoko, who actually arrive, and he's in a pot, also along with Hata Go, which they're actually afraid of what Musen will do, knowing how he heard about Jyotaru have actually been defeated, in which we see Duma, who actually brought them to their ranks, have actually arrived, in which Bira, who actually say that the upper one have arrived, which is Kososhibu Mba, who actually arrived, who say that Musen have already arrived, knowing how he is not happy of hearing the upper rank was defeated, knowing how they knew that they're going to equip themselves and protect each other to actually defend against anyone who's going to kill them, even if they're demon slayers. Meanwhile, we see Tanjiro having a dream about a swordsman that he knew is actually is his master, but he was in a coma for 2 months after his battle, knowing how he is actually getting ready to awoken, but we see Kagyo have actually saw him awake, by which we see a Kakushu actually arrive, which he knew that he'd seen 3 of them injured and in terrible condition. So now they're actually getting ready to be taken towards the butterfly estate, where they're actually going to be recovered, by which we see how the others have heard of Tanjiro being awakened from his coma, in which they actually informed him that Zenitsu have actually awoken and taken to a mission against his will, because we already knew how he was afraid. And Inosuke have actually been awake, which he's actually getting ready to head off of a mission. Which the funny moment is where he is actually been hanging from a ceiling and getting ready to greet Tanjiro, by which he is actually was frightening. But Tanjiro was recovered and now headed out towards where his sword is being repaired, by which a Kakushu is actually getting ready to guide him towards the village. But it was actually hidden from the demons, so he was blindfolded so to protect from the location. Thus, he was actually headed towards the village, the Swordsmith village, where he thanks the guide for taking him there, in which he actually was heard by Kanroji, the love hashira, and she actually heard about a gratitude which makes her heart racing, which he was greeted by the chief of the village, Teshi, who's actually welcomed him to the village while his sword being repaired. Thus, he actually remembers how the other swordsmith actually repaired his sword, which is actually faulty. Which, of course, knowing how he is actually grateful that his sword is actually been repaired, which he was greeted by Kanroji, which he was actually protected her wardrobe, which she was actually upset that she was ignored, which we see Tanjiro actually greet another fellow swordsman from the final selection, Gia, which he actually didn't take the greeting lightly, so now he is actually was dunked into the water. But we heard from Kanroji that their brothers doesn't get along, which she also told him that there is a weapon that makes Nezuko stronger, in which while his sword was being we knew how she was told about the location of where it is, but he met another hashira, Muichiro, and he saw the person behind him, which is actually the man that he saw in his dreams. How the first episode fits the manga chapters quite lovely. Plus, it actually shows the events after the second season, the entertainment district, in which Tenji is actually being escorted by his wives, knowing how he will retire as well. But we see Tanjiro meeting two hashiras, Kanroji and Muichiro, as they're getting ready to get his sword repaired. Plus, the opening theme song was actually incredible. I might do the live reaction of both the opening and ending theme song as well. So I cannot wait to see what's going to happen on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment anything about the episode of the first episode of the third season. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime Guy 300 here saying signing out. Laters, and be safe.